Alright guys, welcome back to Hyrule Warriors. Last time we met in Hyrule Warriors, we continued on with Sia's Tale, and yeah, I mean, that's pretty basic right there. I mean, not much else to that. I mean, we did the Twilight Princess mission with Sia's Tale, because, you know, that was the next thing we had to do. So yeah, now we're continuing on to the Skyloft mission. Yeah, oddly enough, there is not an Ocarina of Time mission for Sia's Tale. Not that it really matters. I think the only thing that really happens of note relating to Sia in the Ocarina of Time era is that Wizrow pretends to be Zelda, and there's not really much you can do with that.
The servant of the goddess, fought alongside the humans, but the beast's advance could not be stopped. A great darkness would soon overtake Skyloft. Though Sia cared nothing for the fate of the villagers, she began formulating a plan. Whatever being had brought these creatures to Skyloft would make a powerful servant. She would need to subjugate it and make it her own. Launching herself into battle to defend Skyloft, Sia looked for an opportunity to weaken this dark power, and then add it to her forces.
What? I mean, yeah, so Sia runs into not Ganondorf, Ghirahim, and, you know, she sees that he's powerful, so we gotta work with him a little bit. So this mission's actually a little weird. So at one point, first off, yeah, this mission's really short, as you can tell from the from the progress bar. I mean, look at that. So we're 1 minute, we're already a minute into this part, and we still have 9 minutes left. Or about 10 minutes left, so this is not a long part. Then again, I am playing on normal mode. But, so what we're going to be doing is, we're actually going to be working with the Skyloft forces for a little bit, and then, you know, we're just going to turn around and betray them when we get Ghirahim on our good side. Like, you know, villainy 101, I guess. I have no reservations about fighting Vi, by the way. You know, I mean, after all the crap I had to put up with in Skyward Sword, this is probably the best part of the game. Actually, in all honesty, if we could fight Farron from Skyward Sword, I would absolutely love every second of it. And that only applies to people who've played Skyward Sword, because Farron can go to hell. So, if I'm thinking right, and I could be wrong, I think we only have one more Sia's Tale mission after this one. So what we're gonna, so this is like some really like behind the scenes shit here. I'm not going to upload the next part that's going to be on Friday because of two reasons. One, it's going to be the end of Sia's Tale, so I think maybe it'd be better if we just gave ourselves a bit of a buffer between Sia's Tale and Linkle's Tale. Two, my graduation's on that day, and I don't feel like having to worry about a video part being uploaded while I'm sitting in the sun waiting for my name to be called during the ceremony. As fun as that sounds, and plus, I think I'm going to take that graduation day for myself, especially considering that the best game of all time is going to be coming out, Star Wars Jedi Survivor. Okay, I am like really setting myself up for failure on that one though, but Jedi Survivor comes out on Friday. I really want to get into that like the moment I can. I believe preloading for that game actually starts relatively soon, so I look forward to that because I pre-ordered it on the PS5. I didn't pre-order a physical copy, unfortunately. I didn't feel like doing that yet, but I will get a physical copy of it eventually. But I do. Jedi Survivor is like my main priority once this is over. Once, you know, it comes out, because I'm going to be recording one playthrough for myself, and then I think I'm going to do a second playthrough for the review, because I am going to be reviewing this game as soon as possible. I've already started writing the script, but it's really only the intro part, you know, just some, you know, it's just like talking about, you know, recapping my feelings of the last game and all that kind of stuff, but it doesn't really matter. I am also started planning my next, like, series that I'm going to cover. I know I should be like finishing up the Arkham series, but I'm just gonna keep that on pause for a little bit. But I won't reveal what that series is just yet. I will say that I did Let's Play its first game not too long. I would say probably about a year ago. Actually, probably 2 years, nearly. Yeah. Yeah, so now we're fighting... Oh, yeah, Ghirahim's here, too. Again, I'm sorry, if I saw a dude transform into a dragon... And, like, I'm on the opposite army, I'm walking out. I'm like, yeah, you know what? I'm not ready for this. Yeah, and Ghirahim, the reason Ghirahim joins us, by the way, is because he senses demise, or Ganondorf, whatchamacallit, in her, because, you know, Ganondorf is possessing Sia at this point. So, you know, Ganondorf is the reincarnation of demise. Ow. Ow. This is why I hate the imprisoned in this game. Then again, I just hate the imprisoned in general. Like, if it were up to me, I would absolutely just never really... Like, the imprisoned should just never have been allowed in this game. Honestly, none of the Skyward Sword characters should be in this game. I hate it that much. Actually, you know what? I will go a little easier on Skyward Sword now because of the HD remaster. If it wasn't for the HD remaster, I would probably still hate Skyward Sword as much as I did. Because, like, I am willing to give Skyward Sword a little more slack than I used to, because the motion controls are now completely optional. Yeah, but this is the first time that the map is completely blue, full of allies, you know. But it's only going to be like this for about 10 seconds. I can hear my voice again. I'm talking. I can hear myself. I can hear myself talking again. Yeah, but now we can attack the rogue forces again because now we can become hostile towards the Skyloft forces. We basically just said, wow, we worked really well together. You suck. It's like Sia did the equivalent of, like, helping Fi, like, saving Fi from getting hit by a car and then just kicking her in the ribs. Does Fi have ribs? Someone look up the anatomy. Actually, don't look up the anatomy of Fi, because I'm pretty sure that's a Google result, a Google search I do not want to see. But now, our main objective is to defeat Fi. Not much else to that. I mean, it's pretty standard stuff. Just defeat Fi. And the bitrate is really off. Like, I remember watching the other parts, and it was actually relatively okay. Huh. It might be just the monitor. Because I watched the parts on YouTube, and they're fine. But YouTube compresses everything, because... Never mind. Actually, that actually brings up a pretty good tangent. Not YouTube directly, but... Nintendo. So, which Nintendo thing should I talk about this week? So, for those of you, Nintendo actually, how do I word this? So, recently, a known Nintendo hacker, okay, not known, I didn't know about him, but this guy was known for, like, hacking Nintendo Switches for customers. Like, he had, like, a company or whatever, or he was a part of a company. Nintendo... you know, found the guy, and he was sentenced to 40 months in prison. He was just let out, like, not too long ago. I want to say, actually, like, last week or the week before. Like, it wasn't that long ago. And Nintendo is basically just... Nintendo does not like Nintendo fans. Like, if you make a fan game for a Nintendo game, you're gonna get sued, like, inevitably. Hell, I was actually really hesitant to do this Let's Play, because I was like, what if Nintendo just comes after me? It's like I turn around and I just see Miyamoto just with a sniper rifle right next to him. But Nintendo sues people who make fan games, they sue people who hack Switches, which is understandable, like, for the hacking at least. You want to protect your, you know, your hardware and make sure no one is being malicious with it. But at the same time, like 40 months in prison was already excessive. And what Nintendo did to follow up that was pin him with like a 14.5 million or billion. I can't remember. It's one of those two. I think it's million. It doesn't matter. It is a 14.5, I'm going to go with million dollar debt to Nintendo directly, which is basically putting him in debt for the rest of his life. And hell, I'm pretty sure his kids are going to have to pay off that debt, because that is ridiculous. $14.5 million. Yeah, I can hear myself talking again. Goddamn, shut up. Shut up, past me. No one cares about you. But like, what is that? I'm trying to listen to myself. Hold on. It's like, what am I talking about now? It's like, what kind of Moon Knight thing am I having now? Anyway, but like, they pinned that whole debt on him. And the 40 months in prison was already enough, but now they just basically ruined that dude's life. They also struck down a bunch of videos that a famous YouTuber has. I can't remember his name. I don't remember his name. I don't think it really matters in the grand scheme of things, but like, it's pretty ridiculous how fast Nintendo is willing to just issue takedowns and sue people who just make a fan game or make a YouTube video with modded content for their games. It's like, hell, I remember there was a time where you couldn't Let's Play the newest Nintendo game because they would immediately have those videos taken down. I think it was around when Breath of the Wild came out. When Breath of the Wild came out, a few people who did Let's Plays for them were getting their videos taken down because of reasons. There was no, like, I don't see the reason in taking down a Let's Play of a game you... like, they don't like it when Nintendo fans play their games. And it's like, what the fuck, Nintendo? I mean, I'm paying for this shit. I'm play it my way. Like, that is the equivalent of, like, Sega, Sega coming after me for playing through a Sonic game without picking up any rings. Like, I don't see Sega doing that. In fact, Sega honestly embraces the fan projects of Sonic fans. Like, recently, the Sonic Project 06 got another update. By the way, you should really check that out if you've never played Sonic 06, or if you've never played Sonic 06, or you have played Sonic 06. Check that out, because that is, like, the best thing ever. It is the best, like, remake I have ever experienced in my life. I am currently playing through it, and I'm having a blast. But Sonic P06 got a recent release, and Sega has not done anything about it. They have not sued the person who was making that remake. They are just letting him do it. In fact, Sega has hired on previous, fan game developers, like the guy, I think Christian Whitehead. Yeah, Christian Whitehead, he made Sonic Mania, and he made fan games before then. But I am going on way too long. This part is already long enough, and again, it is only 13 minutes long rather than the standard, 20 minutes, but then again, this whole mission was short. So the next time we meet in Hyrule Warriors... Oh, excuse me, that was a disgusting burp. Anyway, next time we meet in Hyrule Warriors, we're going to continue on with Sia's tale with, I think, her final mission, actually. So see you guys next time, and take care.